Hey, so I've been thinking, you know me, this is my third year I've entered into widowhood. In the second year, I got through the anniversary of his birthday. I got through the anniversary of his death. And soon will be the wedding anniversary in September. And I think a lot, and I search oftentimes online for third year of widowhood, and there's not a lot out there. I think a lot of women have moved on into like new relationships, and it's not maybe the same as someone who decides to stay alone. And that's me. But I want to talk about continued bursts of grief. I'm going through one currently, and I just am yearning for his presence, his company, the things we used to love to do together. It leaves a very empty hole in your heart. Now, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a mental health specialist, so please, this is my personal experience. Because I know that I look for comfort from other widows who understand what I'm feeling and going through. And because I'm not finding that a lot in the third year, I guess I'll make my own. Just when I think I'm through it, I've come up the other side. I feel hopeful, cheerful, ready to make my new life work for me. That sudden smack down, maybe it's the simplest thing. Maybe it's the coffee cup he bought me in North Conway. Maybe it's the way the sky and the sun look outside, and I think of us somewhere in a forest, at an ocean, by a lake, in our favorite little New England towns. I might be looking at antiques, and suddenly I see him there dealing with the clerk at an antique store. I can see him so clearly, his mannerisms, the way he walks, stands, holds himself, the things he would say, the expressions on his face. It all becomes so painfully real. I think the realization that he's gone forever. He will never be my husband ever again. Even though I believe in life after death, I don't believe he'll be my husband in that life after. And that makes me sad, because I want him here, now, with me, whole and well, and working on our lives together. And that's over, and it never can be. It's so painful. I just have to cry. And so I do. I mourn and I feel it deeply, and I think about him and I talk to him. And I tell him, please don't be distressed, but I want you to know I miss you terribly. And then I'll tell him what I miss about him. And I know he understands, because I believe he's in a spiritual place, a place of comfort and joy, in the spirit, not in body at this time, but present with God, seeing the other souls that went on before him. But it's still not the comfort I need. The only comfort that would truly comfort me is if I could have him back. And that reality is all too clear. He's not coming back, and he's not your husband anymore. That's hard. really hard. But I have more good days than bad now. As a matter of fact, I have weeks and sometimes even months of feeling better, of feeling independent and strong, having plans and thinking things out, things I want to do. But it's always going to hurt. If ever I get my physical situation remedied and I can once again go to the flea market fields, to the antique shows and shops. It was a great love of mine. He introduced me to that love, and it caught on so fast that I love all the old things and the reminiscence of a time, an era gone by. They'll always be connected to his memory. And I'll always see him running through the yard sales looking for those items, stopping and talking with people and trying to get in that house to get the things that he wants. He'll always be foremost present in my mind. And so I continue this 3rd year journey without him, yearning, sad at times, even grief-stricken to an extent. But I press on. I talk to God. I pray for peace over this situation. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you are a new widow, hang in there. It isn't going to be easy. It's going to be the hardest thing you will ever do in your life. But have hope. Have faith. God's watching over you. I promise you that. And that's the end of my story today. Bye.